Today's project is building a closet in that spot right there. So what we're looking at is approximately this concrete area is where the closet will be. That used to be a closet. I'm making it into two. One for this room and a smaller one for that room. So that means I'm going to be working on filling in this wall, and I'm going to be cutting out a 32-inch doorway right there. This stud is coming out, new stud's going in, and then I'm going to be putting in another wall right here with a doorway right here for this room. And then there's a wall in between. So for measurements, since that's a bedroom and this is an office, for measurements, I'm going based off of duplicating this closet over here. That closet right there, I'm going to duplicate the exact measurements for it right there. And then whatever's left over gets to be a closet for that room. So that'll be a 32-inch door. And I don't have the measurements of the width yet. We'll get that. And then build that wall, then put the partition in the middle. Completed the front wall of the closet. So this is the doorway, 32 inches wide, 81 inches tall, just like all the other doors in the house. This is going to be the back wall. So inside the closet is 28 inches deep. And then the closet itself is 50 inches wide. So that's the same as the closet back there. I had to do a lot of screwing in because I didn't make this wall since the top plate and bottom plate were already here. I just kind of built it while I was standing. But this is level, and this here is for this wall, and I added this stud here to attach to this wall. So the next step is building those and then slapping them together. When building a wall, I'm using this for the bottom, which is pressure treated, and then this is the top plate. I've marked the studs here, one on each side, and then 16 inches on center for each other one. And I just matched up the lines so that I don't have to measure multiple times. And then this is the shorter wall. Did the same thing, bottom plate, top plate. And then once the walls are in, this board goes on top of this wall, but it's 3.5 inches short. And this board goes on top of that wall, which is 3.5 inches too long, so that this can overlap onto this wall and be tied together. You'll see it when it's done. When cutting and installing the top boards, like I showed you before, the goal here is to make sure that this wall is overlapping this wall. See, this wall goes to the very corner on this board, the top, but this wall can't because this is in the way. That's why you have a second 2x4 up here so that it can overlap and we can either nail or screw in from the top to tie them together. That's what makes it so that they can't really move away from each other. So once that's done, this closet is done. So this is the bedroom closet. So on the inside, it is 50 inches wide. On the inside, it's 50 inches wide and then 28 inches deep. That is the closet. So I got jack studs, which I've learned because all my doors are 81 inches tall, these jack studs are always going to be 79.5 inches because of the footer. So these are 79.5 and these are 92.25 because they're regular studs and they're called king studs. So that's the door. And it is a real closet. No more tripping over anything going in the closet. So that closet that always had something tripping over it. And then this little closet over here for the office is 16 inches wide. Well, 17 inches wide. It'll be 16 after drywall, which I am going to make into like a cabinet, filing cabinet type situation. So we're just going to drywall it, and I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with it. It's pretty deep, but we're definitely going to utilize it as an office closet. So I'm excited about that. The office seems to have gotten a lot smaller, but that's okay. There's a goat. I better take care of that.